Morning, John Garfield. Hey, I want to talk to you about the degree of difficulty about wrestling your purpose statement to the ground. One of the things to realize is that it's something I volunteer for. So we all come from a religious background of God tells us what to do and we just obey. So this being a son in the kingdom in this hour, in this day, is a little bit different. So it's something I want to do. God did write it in my heart, but there's an aspect of it that I volunteer for how to implement that purpose and own it. The second thing is that I have a responsibility and authority for it. So there is a sovereignty that I carry in my area, or my metron, or my land, or my area of reigning with him, or my dominion, or my anointing. So when you touch this area of your assignment or calling or book, you carry something special in that area. And it's like, the dream that Solomon had. The Lord came to him and said, "What would you have me to do for you?" Now, normally we are not theologically programmed to hear that question, but that's the question that's being asked of you this morning, is that, what do you want the Lord to do for you? What is the thing that you want to volunteer for? And then the third thing seems almost impossible. It's our responsibility to make it happen. God writes his purpose on our hearts, we volunteer for it, but then we have to go out and execute it and do it. And that doesn't, it's not God's sovereignty that does that. It's, God's working in us, but it's our sovereignty, our responsibility, our authority that makes that happen on earth. That's the genius of kingdom right now. That's what distinguishes sons from servants. So how to find it? So I want to suggest you find it from your heart, not your head. You want to see it, you want to picture it, you want to dream it. So one, give yourself permission to brainstorm with your mind. Give your mind something to do. Make the list of 25 different tries, but discern it with your heart. The second thing is get those options in writing. When something comes out the end of a pencil, there's some juice in it. You can tell, it puts you in a position to discern it. So then what does it look like when it's in writing? What does it look like when it's on your mind map? And the third one is to say it out loud to yourself or to someone else, or preferably both, and listen to what it sounds like. Sometimes we can say, if we get a real religious purpose statement like, I want to be a faithful servant so that I can bring glory of God into the earth. That's junk. It doesn't say a thing to anybody. So the real thing will thrill your heart. So you want to ask yourself, does this thrill my heart? Does it have juice for anyone else? Does it have value? Does it inspire anyone else? And the third thing is, where does it lead, like in those quadrants, financially, in terms of ministry to others, and in terms of my relationship with God and my family. Those are the four quadrants on your mind map. So one way to discern a purpose statement is just to see what it looks like, in terms of, does it create value that generates cash flow or not? Is it purely ministry? Do I need something else? Is there a higher level of purpose that brackets the cash flow? Because that has to be there or you're not going to eat. So then just keep going, iterating through this process of writing, discerning, fixing, changing. We can help you with that process, but keep going until your baby leaps. Okay, keep going until you feel, something is on it from the heart. It has some juice. It thrills your heart, and when it does, it'll probably thrill other people's hearts too. And just a little secret, that's the genius of marketing. Something that thrills your heart probably will thrill someone else's heart. Okay, so we're also going to deal with some accusations this morning. We'll get into that later. God bless. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in 2 or 3 hours. Something like that. All right, bye.